It began with whispers, a scandal in the making, the kind that spreads through fields faster than wildfire. An elderly woman, shoulders bent like weathered willow branches, was seen outside her own farmhouse at dawn, belongings scattered in the dirt like discarded history. No shouting, no tears at first, just the slow swing of a door closing on her face, her daughter's hand on the latch, eyes cold, jaw stiff. A camera phone recorded it from across the fence. Later, the clip would circulate, muted, replayed in living rooms and council offices with disbelief. Inside the house, the daughter paced like someone rehearsing justification. "We can't feed 3 mouths anymore," she breathed to her husband, though guilt ghosted across her face. A flicker she crushed quickly. He shrugged, half asleep, half ashamed, but said nothing. Silence was complicity, and he clung to it like a shield. Outside, the old woman lowered herself onto the step, hands trembling. Dust clung to her skirt like memory. She blinked hard, fighting the sting in her eyes. Somewhere in her chest, betrayal pressed like iron. But beneath it, something steadier, older, resolve. She waited until night fell. No lights came on. No apology followed. Only crickets and the distant hum of an uncaring world. Then she rose, slowly, painfully, and began walking toward the forgotten corral, where a secret slept beneath stone and time. She knelt, fingers digging into earth, heart pounding, and froze at a sound behind her. She dug until her fingers bled through dry soil, breath shaking, moonlight slicing across the abandoned corral. Her nails scraped stone, the small box her husband once sealed with dust and hope. Inside, wrapped in an old cloth, lay years of sacrifice, crisp bills, tarnished coins, enough to begin again. She pressed it to her chest, whispering his name like a prayer and a promise. By sunrise, she was gone. The next village council office smelled of paper and old coffee. A clerk, glasses low, voice flat from long government hours, examined her savings. "It's enough for 5 acres, he said, surprised. "Are you sure you're alone in this?" She nodded, though loneliness felt like a second coat she couldn't remove. Behind her, townsfolk watched, some curious, some pitying. One elderly councilman leaned forward, voice low. "Starting over at your age takes spine. Few have it." She signed the deed with trembling resolve. Months passed like chapters. Neighbors hammered boards, children brought water, and the young farm boy appeared at dawns without being asked. Hope rebuilt in timber and light. Meanwhile, miles away, weeds swallowed the old house. Arguments replaced affection. Hunger replaced pride. The daughter watched dishes pile, bills bleed red, her husband silent, defeated. Then, a knock on the old woman's door one restless evening. She opened it slowly. The son-in-law stood there, gaunt, desperate. "I need work," he whispered. She stared at him a long, heavy moment. Neither hatred nor mercy, just history balanced on breath. "On one condition," she said quietly. He swallowed hard. "Name it." But before she could speak, footsteps rustled behind him. Someone else approaching, unseen in the dark. The courtroom felt colder than any winter she had endured. Cameras lined the walls like watchful predators, microphones blinking red, hungry for truth or scandal, whichever came first. At the center table, the young boy, now a grown man in a pressed suit, sat with quiet dignity. His hands didn't shake, though his breath was shallow. In his breast pocket lay the old woman's will, edges softened from years of careful keeping. Across from him, the daughter and her husband looked smaller than memory allowed, poverty etched into their faces like a permanent shadow. Their lawyer spoke first, voice sharp, polished. "We contest the will. We are the blood. We deserve the estate." Murmurs rippled through the gallery. One reporter scribbled entitlement versus legacy in bold strokes. The judge adjusted her glasses, tone surgical. "You forced her out. The village witnessed it. She rebuilt alone, with help only from this boy you ignored." A pause that felt like judgment itself. Why should the law reward abandonment? The daughter opened her mouth, but no words came. Only the memory of a slamming door. The will was upheld. Outside, cameras swarmed. Flashbulbs carved truth into history as the young man stepped into sunlight, the farm keys cold in his palm. Heavy not with property, but with inheritance of trust. Behind him, the couple stood still in the courthouse doorway, stunned, shrinking into silence. He looked back only once, not with triumph, but with something harder, kinder, grace. The old woman's voice lived in his memory like steady wind through cornfields. Kindness is legacy. Let no greed rewrite it. And beneath the weight of cameras and consequence, he walked forward, toward a future she had built with dignity no one could steal.